Yeah, now get that level. All right, so welcome back to White House Farm. What we're doing today is the world's smallest full-size pool. And what I mean by that is we're installing an actual showroom pool. And this thing is so tiny, it's only 9 feet. So picture 27 round, like at my house, and it's a third of that. Now, they already had a pool here. They already had their sand and stuff, and it was one of the small Intex blow-up type. But this is going to be a full-size real pool. It's going to have everything your regular pool would, and even the height and steel walls, everything. It's meant to be showed in a showroom. That's why they made them smaller. So let's go ahead and start getting our ground leveling done and get up all the organic material here. We got a bunch of sand and a Harley sitting on the trailer. So let's go ahead and start getting our ground set, and then we'll get our blocks done and start ripping this thing in. All right, so this thing is tiny. So we measured 4.5 feet out in all directions. We got our center point, and now they're gonna lay the track down. And then from here, we're gonna be able to find where our level is and get our blocks in.
So here we're just mocking up the track so we can go ahead and get our stakes out and get the track actually staked in, and we're going to measure around to make sure that we're at 4.5 feet all the way around. So here my son's just going to lay the stakes out all the way around, and this is what's going to hold the track so it doesn't move when we get our measurements going here.
It's going to be like, oh my God, that was so simple and easy. Those guys just flew through it. They don't get to see all the...
Oh my God, exactly.
Now we're going to go ahead and get our measurements in here, and we're going to bring it out to the inside of the track to 4.5 feet. This will make it 9 feet for the total round of the pool, and we're going to stake it in so it doesn't move, and then we're going to get our blocks in underneath, and then we're going to go ahead and disassemble the track and then start doing our leveling. But this is where you want to try to be as accurate as you can, because it'll make the wall go in a lot easier once you get to that point.
We got it marked out to 4'6", right into the center track here, because it's 9 feet. And now we're gonna go ahead and put blocks under each one of the pads here, and then we can take up the track and we'll go ahead and get the blocks level. We'll dig out the ground and get the blocks in, get it all level and set.
Now we're simply just gonna disassemble the track and start doing our level. Since the ground was pretty much level because there was a pool here before, we went ahead and got the blocks down to ground level. You really don't want to build up with blocks, you want to make sure they're secure in the ground for a good base.
All right, so now we're getting the blocks all leveled in. This one's all level. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. This one's got to come up a little, Danny. So take that out and add some sand to it.
I can see that's low. This side's a little low. That's high. That's low.
No, it's on.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, what we're going to do now is add some sand in between the blocks, and we're going to tamp it down. That way the track is level all the way around in between the blocks, because you don't want it sagging. You want it all level for the track going all the way around in between the blocks and on the blocks.
All right, now that we're got the bricks all level, we're gonna clear them off and we're gonna get the track put on.
From here, you just want to go and double check your measurements, make sure nothing's moved and you're still on. The stake should hold it pretty much where you set it originally, but just to double check before you start trying to put everything else together, because if you don't have the base correct, then nothing else will go together correctly. It'll be all
So now that we got the blocks all level, we'll go ahead and level in between each of these here, each of our now we're gonna level in between here, in between each block, which actually looks pretty even.
What I'm doing here is taking two of the base plates with one piece of track, and I'm going to go through and put the base plate on each one of the bricks, and we're going to level out in between, making sure that in between each brick the sand is level with the bricks, so there's no sagging of the pool, and you can tamp it down like I did to get it really compact, and then just add more sand and get it to level. Then you're simply just going to go ahead and assemble the track all back together, and like I said, you're going to leave one piece out so you can get the rest of your sand in for under your liner for. Alright, so at this point you're going to want to go ahead and start getting your sand in, and you're going to do the outside first, which is the cove area, and you want to about 4 to 6 inches of sand for your cove, and you're going to go around the whole pool just like I am here by the track and get the sand piled up, and then you'll bring the rest of the sand in and spread it out through the center. And you want at least a 3-inch base to protect your liner. You also want to try and wet it down, because this will help when you're tamping to compact the sand, which will make it a lot, obviously a lot firmer. And try not to get it too close to the track like my son did here, because when you put in your wall, you don't want the sand going into your track.
Dump the whole thing right there, Danny. Yep, right there. All of it.
And once the sand's all in there, just go ahead and start spreading it evenly, obviously leaving your cove, and just get it as level as possible. And then you're going to go back in, wet this, and tamp.
Work your way around the cove here, the edges. Yep. See how there's the line where it's bigger? Work your way all the way around, but let me get it wet first. So come on out of there with that.
Also, once your sand's all in there, you can go ahead and assemble that last track piece. That way it's all together. And then go ahead and start wetting it down and get in there. Now, once your base is all done and your track's all in, we use cardboard, usually from a box or something, and we'll set it in there, and then we'll put the pool on top of it. That way you're not digging up your sand as you're unrolling your wall. And what we're doing also is putting in our wall hooks, because this is what's going to support the wall while you get it up, so it doesn't blow down or get knocked down and mess everything up. Very important that you have something to hold the wall. So at this point, you want at least 2 people to do the wall. Bigger pools, the wall is a lot heavier, so you'd want someone in the center actually holding that so it doesn't tip over. But this was a smaller pool, so it was pretty easy to manage. And you want to line up your skimmer and return holes to the side that you want them on. He wanted them facing the fence line, so that's what we're doing. We're lining up the wall and the track so that the return and the skimmer faces the fence. And then to hold the one side, you could either have someone hold the end piece there, or you can use a tripod like we do, or both. Use a person and the tripod, and that way it's not coming out of the track and you can unravel the pool.
Take 2 legs,
And from here, it's just a matter of unrolling the pool wall and lifting it up over the cove, getting it into the track, and going all the way around until the pieces meet up, and then you can bolt them together. Also, make sure that you're putting up your wall hooks or whatever it is you're using to support your wall for when you go ahead and start connecting it together.
Yeah, now we're getting higher. So we just got to get one more bolt and washer set in and get those tightened up. Alright, so now we want to tape up the wall bolts. Now we're gonna tamp the cove. Alright, cove's all done, all smoothed out. Now we're just gonna spray down the sand and get ready for the liner. Let's go ahead and get the uprights on. Alright, coming along. Next thing to go in is going to be the liner, and then we'll start getting the top on. Alright, so we had to put on the skimmer and return first because there was already holes cut in it, but we can go ahead and finish getting the liner on here. So the liner is all in. So now we can go ahead and start putting our top pieces on. So now we'll get our top pieces on here. We'll start connecting everything up, and then we can get rid of the wall hangers here. And the last piece. All right, now we can go ahead and throw the rails on. We're also going to start filling it. Got a little bit of junk in there, but that came with it.
You're good? Yep.
No, a couple little wrinkles there. The water should pull it. You can even go in there and smooth it out with your feet.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Can I?
Yeah, possibly. All right, everything's coming together. Got it filling. Getting the tops on. We're gonna get the caps on. Got these guys picking up everything, getting the wall hooks all set. Moving right along. All right, they're going around. We're getting the caps on here.
Hi, Mom.
And the caps go on here. These slides so
Just
you can
like
fit the
that.
ends right on.
That's a
Yeah.
camera. That's a camera.
Good job.
This is working really well.
One time he records it up close.
There we go. Filling up nicely. We'll get over here and start getting some rest of the sand down in here, and we'll set the pump up, get that all hooked up. What are you doing? You beating up that box? Let's see you hit it. Thor's hammer. Wow. Found some pretty rocks. Going swimming. All right, so we're all set here and just in time because it is starting to rain. But there you go, the world's smallest showroom pool. And the liner actually has the different liners in it, so people can decide what liner they like better. It's pretty neat. But yeah, so we're all set here. Once again, we hope you guys like, enjoy, subscribe, and as usual, we'll see you on the next one. All right, bye guys.
You can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to me.
All right, Olaf, we'll see you on the next one. All right, bye, Obo.
Hi, guys.